Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the DX Gamer Show. My name is Mike, aka Operation DX, and welcome to the second episode of my extended play of Into the Stars. So these are going to be a little bit longer because I'm just going to, get through this quickly, probably 4 episodes or so, just kind of a mini Let's Play. That way it doesn't interfere with the other Let's Play I'm working on. Anyways, we just got into our first fight. And we got a few little extensions or additions, or what do you call them, upgrades for our ship. We applied to our food and oxygen, and we are now heading towards the planet nearest to us, probably to collect some more resources. What do you know, we just landed there. And I'm going to go ahead and do what I'm always doing there. I'm deploying my mining rig. And every time I do this, these guys level up in their certain affinity, so the pilot levels up and the person who's mining levels up. So if I keep using these guys, they just get better and better and better, which is good. And again, when I was talking about in the first episode, it's especially good in combat. When I did my first combat there, I was missing, and that can be really bad when you have a nasty fight, which we will definitely get into if I get any distance into this game. So here I'm trying not to suck at this game, and not doing a good job of not sucking. So almost got 500 resources. So I'm gonna go ahead and deploy again. I don't think that we are in a yellow zone yet. I think it warns us, so that's a good thing. It'll happen soon though. I am, if you recall, from the first episode when I set my ship up, using the slowest engines in the game, so that does kind of affect things, which means that I'm probably going to be doing a lot of fighting later. That's okay though, that makes the series kind of more interesting anyways. So here I'm just generally trying to collect everything, and like I said before, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to mine again. I'm sorry guys, that's terrible. Yeah, I suck at this game. So here we go. Let's get the pilot back in. Let's get the miner back in. Hey, go mine some resources for me. Why don't you? Hey, and hey, why don't we not screw up the drill? But yeah, anyways, generally trying to get some stuff there to feed my citizens and all that. Yeah, you saw how it went in the previous episode. But yeah, not all planets have all resources. So that's something you gotta watch out for when you fly to different sectors. I'm not sure if the game is completely random again. I did talk about in the first episode how the numbers for the different crew, I don't know if that's randomized. The same thing for the maps. I don't know if they're random. I don't know if the same planets are always in the same location. It seems to be the case, which I'm sure won't be the case in probably the final build of the game. But my drill is once again in bad shape, but I made it all the way down here, collecting more resources than I can carry up, which is really kind of unfortunate. And you can see my ship is kind of low on stuff, so I gotta be choosy on here what I grab here. I definitely always want to make sure I have enough to deploy that mining rig pretty much every time.
Your orders, Captain.
Okay, I think that's all the time we can spend here. Oh, this sector is in yellow alert, so
Yellow
not
alert.
so good.
Scorn tracking our position.
Oh no, never mind.
Engines at maximum.
Now it's in yellow alert. And it looks like I'm approaching a yellow system, so it just gets worse from there. So we're about to get into a bunch of fights. I'm sure you guys won't mind seeing that because that's always fun. We pretty much did pretty good on that first fight, even though our engineers we assigned couldn't shoot our weapons for crap. Again, it's kind of cool to hit the C key and just look around and see where some things are at. Sometimes it's hard on the bridge to see where they're at, and as I expressed in the first episode, it would be really nice if you could look around. Sorry if I'm saying the same things again, but again, it would be cool if you could do that. That way, you kind of have an idea. Of course, you can't see down or up, that kind of thing, so you're going to have that external. The external camera is very helpful. I'm glad it's in the game. Alright, so I'm just double checking to see what enhancements I have. If you recall, the blue ones are the ones that make the systems a little more strong. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that to my shield, so that should potentially help out for my next fight. I have some parts left over to heal up some damage. My systems are doing pretty good right now, and the red ones make systems operate more efficiently for longer periods of time. So, well, anyway, so the ones I have applied right now give me 10 days, but they're ones that give you like 30 days, which are fantastic. And I'm pretty good for resources right now: food, oxygen, fuel, plugging away at full speed here. But as you can see, there are no planets in front of me. So another thing that would be kind of cool for this game.
Inbound.
Oh yeah, we're gonna fight. I've been sitting in this yellow sector for a little too long. But yeah, anyways, another thing that would be cool for this game is if you could run into a trader and maybe get like a little scanner so you could scan the sectors ahead to see if there are planets or whatever in them. Again, because it's not randomized, I mean, if you play this game a whole bunch, you'll probably be familiar with all the different planets and their locations and stuff. But here we go, another fight. This time there are 2 of them, and typically if you are in a sector that's in yellow or orange alert, you will fight more and more and more, and it just gets harder and harder and harder. It's in my best interest to try to assign the same people to the same positions. That way they always level up, and especially the engineers. The missile shot and the laser shot, I want to try to keep the same people in either system. It doesn't matter which one I put them in, but I just want to make sure. So at the beginning of the fight, like the previous episode, I always pause it right away. So I mash the space bar, and then I take a look. Okay, so we know again they have a red shield modulation, and I'm firing. Now they're firing a yellow laser at me, so I want to try to deflect that yellow laser. And when you run into 2 ships, sometimes they'll fire the same color laser, sometimes they won't. So here, if I would have maybe waited a little bit with the deflector, maybe took a little bit of the first shot, I would have been able to suck up probably a little bit more damage. Again, I was pretty hasty with the deflector, so I took a little bit of damage. No big deal there. I can handle it. So, yeah, I'm just going to have to deal with my my engineers here, not doing very much damage. Alright, good. So the first ship, we've got their weapon systems offline. So here is where I'm trying to just maintain, you know, this kind of like stability where I can keep their weapons offline. I don't really care too much about their shields, because as long as you have a different modulation, you can pretty much punch through. I don't have enough of my deflector, so I'm going to take another hit. Also, later on, too, they fire torpedoes or missiles like I'm firing at them, which do more damage. So the game gets harder as you get closer to the end. I haven't beat the game, by the way, and I'm not going to tell you if I beat it this time. We'll just have to see what happens. You know, it's funny, too. Like, when I'm like under the wire, like they'll hit the systems, right? They'll hit the systems like every freaking time. But when it comes time to like start destroying the ship, nope, they can't hit for anything. All right, so and you can see their scores too on their below their images. You can see what level. So I think once they get into like the 60s, 70s, they can start hitting. I don't know if like that is a percentage thing, so if they're like at 50, does that mean like 53% chance to hit kind of thing? Because that kind of seems a little accurate. Deflect. Only one of them can shoot at me right now. Yeah, so you keep missing, which is going to allow the other guy to heal his system, and it's just like a back and forth kind of thing. But once I get control, ooh, took that shot.
Enemy module offline.
That is no good. And of course, he had enough time. Can deflect that shot, but yeah, he had enough time to heal his weapon systems. I couldn't keep enough shots on him. And another thing that is a little troublesome too is when you fire your missile and they rotate to the exact same frequency you fire your missile, even though you've already fired it. Like for example, now it's red, and I am firing my missile on a red modulation because I'm forgetting how to play the game. But yeah, if you fire your missile and they rotate before the missile hits, it will do no damage. So that's something you got to be mindful as well. But I'm pretty happy with the middle of the road weapons I've picked for this run through, even though they don't do like super damage. All you gotta do is freaking hit, man. And this missile does middle of the road damage. So like if I get a good laser shot and a good torpedo shot on their subsystem,
Enemy module offline.
I take it down. I'm good to go. All right. So every once in a while, yep, I just pause the game, try to like re-get my bearings here, try to figure it out. Okay, so that's good when that happens right there. So like hit their weapon system. Now I can actually use my missile to hit their hull and do some real damage. Try to take one of these guys out, and that'll kind of like help me.
Enemy module repaired.
No! All right, so he's repaired, and there we go. Hit, come on, hit missile. Yes! All right, so that's good. I got that under control. So typically, oh no.
Fire deflected.
Oh, see, that's what happened. See, the modulation was on red, they flipped it, my missile didn't make it, and the shot was blocked. So that's exactly what I was talking about. That happens every once in a while. My guys are scoring hits right now, which is fantastic. But my ship is almost 50% damaged, so that is no good. Hopefully, these guys will drop some repair kits or something, because I desperately need them. So early on, a fight like this with multiple ships is very, very challenging, especially when your guys can't hit.
We missed, Captain.
Oh, that's just horrible. It's horrible. All right. There we go. We just got to score another hit on their weapon subsystems, please. Good. All right.
We missed, Captain.
So now we're once again in control of this fight. And then I want to switch over back to the other guy, and I want to hopefully hit his weapons. Good. That will keep them offline. And now hopefully I can... Nope. Nope, that's not going to... Oh, God, it's terrible. It's terrible, but yep. It's just how it goes. That's how it goes. Anyway, overall, you know, I really like the combat system in this game. I'm really enjoying it. But as I expressed in the previous episode, I would like to see, and I don't know if it's possible in the game. I mean, I haven't seen it happen yet, where you can encounter a trader and, you know, upgrade maybe your weapon systems or missile systems, and then potentially, maybe not limit the missile systems. Maybe you always have the core missile systems, but maybe you could get like some special missiles for like emergency situations, or like, you know, like EMP missiles, or I can see where the combat could, you know, be just as fine-tuned. But overall, like, it's really fun, and I like how you have to select the crew, and sometimes some of the crew are busy doing other tasks. So if I got into a fight and one of the crew were working on one of the emergencies that happened on your ship, that crew member would not be available to have in the fight. So that's why it's good that some crew members have high stats in other areas. So as you can see, like, again, took out that first ship, and some of the crew leveled up, got some command experience, got some, you know, medic experience. I'm sure my engineers, you know, one of them was like 56 or something. No, that's not medic. The other was like 54. Yeah, but they level up. Okay, good. Oh man, desperately needed were those repair parts, because my hull is nearly down to 50%. I'm doing pretty good on everything else again before I got into that fight. So I'm gonna go ahead and spend some of these repair parts into repairing my hull. And the 25 is doing pretty good. So back to 100% hull, not so bad. I still have that shield buff, and my buffs for my food are, I think, finished. So it's smooth sailing ahead for a little bit here, until potentially I run into a trader or a planet, which I can't see. Yeah, so like a scanner would be really, really nice. So yeah, again, as we're cruising through here, we always have issues that we have to deal with. That's like the nagging things in this game. Okay, so there's one of the things that you didn't get to see yet, and I don't think I showed that in my look video either. So after the combat, depending on how good your medic is, your crew actually take health damage during the fight, and you go into the crew screen, and you can actually heal them up. So it's good to try to keep them healed up, because I don't know if they diminish in functionality. I mean, some of the crew, like in the later game, I know they had half life and they were still kicking some serious butt, so that is not a problem. That's a good sign, though. Got a couple of planets in front of me, and potentially a place where maybe a trader could be hiding. And I am in a orange sector, so there is a good chance I will be fighting again very, very soon. But fortunately, the last places I fought, or the last dudes I fought, dropped some repair kit stuff. And they don't always do that. Actually, a lot of the time, they drop resources. And, oh no. So I just put those guys into heal. And see now that they're in sick bay and they're unavailable to participate in this battle. Fortunately, I healed both of my engineers, so they will just continue to get that experience. And I'm going to put this guy in the medic slot, even though he's not fantastic. However, in the middle of the fight, time is still passing. So I think that you can reassign your crew when people heal up in the sick bay. Maybe. Don't know why I didn't go after the weapon system right away. I think I'm just trying to take this guy down right away. Trying to force a couple of lucky shots. The thing is they can fire faster than my deflector can recharge. Oop. I just kind of randomly hit my deflector. Didn't even pay attention to what modulation his weapon was at. So he's got yellow shield modulation. Scoring some hits, not too bad. I've almost got him taken down. He hasn't done too much damage to me. My deflector is ready to take another shot. Just need to make sure I pay attention next time to the modulation of weapon that he fires at me. Alright, it's blue. Deflect. Just one enemy, but I'm in an orange sector, so like it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse until I can get out of here. And I'm like halfway through this sector, so it could be painful. Yeah, I scored that. Okay, cool. And my engineer leveled up again. And, oh, yeah, cool. So I got more parts. This is always a good thing. I like to get those enhancements for... so I can apply it to the oxygen and food. But that's okay. It's all right. I got some repair parts, which is good. Hull is not really needing repair, so I'm not going to waste the parts on that. I'm going to save those for now. The two people that were healing up in sick bay are good, and my crew are in good shape. So it's moving forward, smooth sailing again. And let's see if there's a trader hiding in between this, like, it appears to be like a cracked moon or asteroid or something. But again, I'm really interested in getting out of this sector.
Medical alert.
All right, so I'm just double checking here. Medical alert. Put my medic back on there. I've got a couple guys who are good at doing medics, so if I get a couple of medical alerts, I'm good to go. Alright, let's take a look at the old map here, see how far we have traveled. Not too bad. I've almost made it to the middle of the map. And it only keeps getting harder from this point on. Not too many of my civilians have died, so I've managed my food better than I have to date while playing this game, so I'm doing good. And then again, just want to hit that C key and take a look around and see if there's someone hiding inside of this cracked planet. Doesn't appear. Ooh, there is a couple of traders over there, but I don't know. They're kind of still inside this sector, so it might be bad to deviate in an orange sector because I was getting more and more and more fights, which may not be the best. Of course, my guys level up, so I don't know. See, I don't know if like the more fights, the better kind of thing, or it's on now. Oh, I don't think I've seen one of those kind of ships, like a little spider guy in the middle there. So we were fighting 3 ships. Now we have everybody available to us. Want to get the same engineers in the same slots, and we have choice of a couple decent medics. All right, so let's do this fight. Pause the game, take a look, and see what's going on. So we got 2 blue modulations, 1 red modulation, and this time I've really got to kind of manage their weapon systems, or I potentially could really get my butt kicked. I really want to mash on the fire buttons when the game is paused. I can't remember if that's something you could do in FTL. You could actually like push the fire button. Ooh, crap. Alright, so see, both of these guys are firing red. So I deflected that. The other guy fired yellow. Oh, and now, see, now they're starting to fire those torpedoes at me. So, like, I'm at the point where in the game, so I guess it's like halfway across the map, they start firing torpedoes. So that is no fun. You start to take more and more damage. All right. So, again, going for those weapon systems. Come on, engineers. Okay, scored 2 good hits. Double red. I'm gonna try to deflect a little bit. Took some damage. Yeah, see? Totally love the fighting system. Sorry.
Enemy module offline.
Sorry, I'm like into it. So I'm just telling you what I'm doing. You know, by this time you know what's up. You know what's going on. I should kind of be talking about things that could be cool, that would be added to the game and that sort of thing. But I don't know. I find this part to be really fun, fighting these different ships. And you know, another thing they probably could do is add more subsystems. I think in FTL you had all kinds of stuff. Boarding, of course, boarding parties and fighting off boarding parties. That's something that maybe the toughness skill on your crew could possibly affect. That would be something that they could add. Maybe special weapon slot, that kind of thing. You know, there's so many different directions this can go. This kind of makes me think of some old school games that I used to play. I mean, it's not even close to quite like them at all, but like there's this game I used to love long ago called Klingon Academy. This is like a really cool starship combat simulator. Actually probably felt more, you know, more detailed than this, where, you know, you actually did target like the warp drives and the power core and weapon systems and all that. But, yeah, again, this is alpha. You know, gotta be careful with some of the things that I say with the games in early development. All right. Ooh. Not paying attention to my modulations there, firing off a missile. He was in a red modulation, or red shield modulation, and I was on a red firing modulation. So he flipped back to blue, so I'm good. And just gotta try to manage the weapon systems. There we go. Yeah, so this is a tough fight, and that's pretty much how it goes. If you're sitting in an orange sector, dude, your back's against the wall kind of thing, and that's the way I like it. I like that feel. It's like if you come out of it successful, you're like, yes. Okay, cool. So we got one popped. We got the weapon system down on the middle guy, and we have to take out the weapon system guy on the left. So looks like this fight is winnable, and hopefully, again, I always hope that they drop modules and stuff, but it's a good chance that this time I'll get resources, because typically during the last couple of runs they would just always drop resources, that kind of thing. I've said that like 5 times already. No. So what else could they add that would be cool? Maybe like temporary like engine boost kind of thing, so you could like speed up and get out of some of these orange sector kind of things. That'd be kind of cool. What's that movie? Galaxy Quest. You're not supposed to hold it down. I'd be holding it down. Yeah, so maybe something like that you could pick up from a trader, or you know, whatever. It'd be kind of cool. I don't know, like maybe it's just the path I'm taking, but I just don't seem to run into a lot of the traders. So I still have to experiment. Maybe just play this a little bit more just to get used to it. But yeah, I feel like it's kind of thin as far as stuff that you run into. I would like to see more stuff like how you encounter the different ARC ships, and you have to do little missions and like you know, like different success fail things. I like to see more stuff like that, which I'm sure they're gonna add stuff like that. Yeah. Shot missed. All right. Almost got this guy taken down. Of course, he got his weapon systems back up once again. And my engineers are starting to get better. They're starting to get better. Anyway, you notice how this is kind of a long fight. If I had a critical issue right now on the ship, I was talking about this in the previous episode too. So if I had run out of oxygen or food, like civilians would be constantly dying. So time is passing during this combat, and I don't know, like it seems like days and days are passing kind of thing. So that's another thing that makes it kind of hard. Fortunately, you can pause this section of the game and, you know, try to make the best decisions that you possibly can, but things don't always work out. All right, Roger Davis, 2 command experience. Seems like my medics and my command guy always gets. Oh, okay. So, all right, Lisa, way to go. All right, Marcus. Yeah, two engineer experience. One more ship to go. I got this. I got this fight in the bag, pretty much. His weapon systems are down, so I just need to keep fire on his weapon systems. Switch over to his hull and watch. Oh yeah, I actually hit. I was expecting to miss. Not even gonna target the weapon system anymore. I need to get one more clean hit, either from my laser or from my weapon system, and that will wrap up this fight and pretty much do this episode, because I'm almost at 30 minutes. So let me hit this guy and we'll just call it. There we go. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.